Well, hello everybody! Welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert, February 1st, 2020. And today I've been, actually I was out for a while, I'll show you that in a minute, but remember that Kifa pear that I just bought that's inside the cabin and it's already sprouting with green buds. Well, this is not it. This is my Bosch pear tree. But what I'm trying to do is cross this tree with Kiefer pears also, so that I have both pears growing on the same tree. So I grafted one of those branches that I had sticking in water that was still sprouting in the water, meaning it had plenty of life in it, and it was pretty strong. So I did a side graft on the main trunk of my Bosch tree here and put that one in there. Now up here I did another graft, and this is an end graft where it actually split the end of a branch that's about the same size as the one that you're going to graft in, and then cut a wedge in it and slide it in between and tape it up, and hopefully the strength will get up that high and take it, but we won't know for a little while. If I keep seeing the buds sprouting out on there, then yeah, I know it's going to be fine. But this one is, this branch here came off of another tree that I just acquired. And I want to tell you about a couple I met today. Their names are Chris and Aurora. And tongue twister there. And they gave me all of these trees. And this is the first load. They said that in a couple of months, when it gets closer to retirement, his wife is going to have another load for me, so I'll have to go back for it. But I've got citrus trees, pear trees, and maple trees, and avocado trees, and you name it. I've got trees here, lots of trees. And also some raspberry bushes here. And these are supposed to be black raspberry, and I think there's 3 of them in there. And yeah, very nice of them to give me all of this stuff. All the citrus trees there, some are orange, some are grapefruit, and tangerine, and so forth and so on. So I've got a lot there. Now this tree here, or this bush, according to Aurora, this stuff, the mice and rats hate the odor of it. So I'm going to try taking a nice sprig of those, tie them together with some string, and toss them up in the attic and see if it actually does chase them out of there. And we'll see. But yeah, this is all that they gave me in this first load. And I've got them all sitting out here on the trailer because I just got a high wind warning. It's going to start tomorrow at 4 p.m. and go through Monday. So that's that means I've got to get all of these trees inside of the grow house where they'll be somewhat protected in there. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do is take all these smaller pots, and I can line those along this wall right here all the way down. And then the bigger pots I can set up against that back wall over there, because I've got a 4-foot walk area there, so I got extra room. And I'll just move my aloe vera plant from where it's at, so I have a little room to get through there. And I think I'm also going to be ending up taking that little table out there. I use it once in a while, but not often enough. I think what I'm going to end up doing is, so that it's more convenient, is in between like 2 of these upright posts here, like this one and this one, I'm going to put a hinged flap down board where I can raise it up, anchor it into place so it's out of the way. When I need to use a little table, I'll just drop it down. That's the plan. And that'll give me some more room down on this end for more trees, so I can get some more of these trees inside of here and get them protected, so the critters and the winds and the weather and all of that doesn't get to it. Now I'm going to end up having to get my garden set up here, because boy is it beautiful today. Today is almost, well, if I if I had a pond or a lake, I would be swimming in it right now. That's how warm it was today. Just beautiful. But one of my big goofs, you see the ground's all wet down here. Well, yesterday, towards the end of the day, I says, well, I'm going to transfer some of the water from up there at the containers down and refill these 2 tanks because I've been using them to water the new plants I'm putting in. And I said, may as well just move that down here. Well, I set the hose in here, turned it on up at the top side, and totally forgot about it. So from now on, I'm going to set a reminder on my smartphone with an alarm that goes off and says, hey, water's running. Because, yeah, the water ran. I woke up at about 3 this morning, and my mind works even when I'm sleeping, but my mind went, hey, you got water running. So I ran out the bedroom door and shut the valve off up at the 2 totes up there. But I'll step around the corner here and let you see those. They are way, way down. Only about 6 or 7 inches in the bottom. So I probably threw away 200 plus gallons of water yesterday into the ground. That's all that's up in there is that little bit in the bottom of them. So, big goof. Learn from your mistakes, right? Yeah, well, the winds are starting to pick up a little bit. The breeze is starting to come in right now. It's been calm all day. And like I said, I was over at Chris and Aurora's place. Nice people, really nice people. And again, thank you, Chris and Aurora, for the plants. I will get these secured so that if the winds do come up, they don't blow them over and kill them. But I did want to show you, I was showing you the grafts inside, and I forgot to show you what outside. So what I did was I took one of the pears from, the kefir pears from inside, and I grafted it into this tree also to see if that one takes. And it looks like my graft tape is coming loose there. And then I did, this is a side one, and this is an end one. I did one over here too. And you can see they got green buds on the ends of them. So hopefully they'll take, and if they do, then we'll have another split tree here. And I got to get this one into the ground because I'm sure it's root bound in this pot. The pot's not big enough for a tree that size. And being root bound, it's probably holding it back from producing. So I'll get that going. And then also, here's another tip here. See these branches that go through the inside of the tree? Those and these need to be pruned off. And it's not going to take away from the tree. It's actually going to help it. Anything that grows into the inside of the tree, you want to take off when you're pruning. It's a little late to be pruning this one right now, but when it does go dormant at the end of the year, I will be pruning those back and getting those out of here, because that'll make it just grow faster. And once I transplant this over there, that's going to really go off. It'll take off in no time. So I got all my citrus trees here on the back ready to go in there too. I got to figure out where those will go, because you got to watch out for these things. They got these sharp spines on them, and you can get nailed by those. They don't feel good either. And there's multiples in some of these also. And I hope I'm not misunderstanding her. I think she actually grew all of these from seeds from oranges and grapefruits and stuff that she had eaten and saved the seeds. So that's pretty interesting. All right, well, I'm going to wrap this up and get ready to start hauling some of these inside. I wanted to show them to you on here before I did that. This 2x3 unit here, I made that up just this morning before I went over there, because I had all these trees starting leaned up against here and then strapped down, and then put another row and strap it down. And then I put a big tarp over the whole thing with all these branches which were sticking out the back of the trailer. And I tarped the whole thing so the wind wouldn't tear it up. And I had no problem getting it up to 60 miles an hour on the way home. And just held it there with the cruise control, and everything survived perfectly. But yeah, they said that the avocado tree made it through the winter at their place, and they're only less than 20 miles from me. So that was a good thing to know. Let's see if I can keep those things going. All right, everybody. G-Bear reminding you, give me a thumbs up down there. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Don't forget to share with your friends. And come on, you people. There's over 63% of you people out there that are watching my videos on a regular basis, and you are not subscribing. I can use the subscribers. I got to get up to 5,000 so I can get some real sponsorship going. So let's do that. Hey, everybody, let's do that. All right. Remember, subscribing does not cause you any problems. All it does is you subscribe and click the little bell icon notification, and all that does is tell you when G-Bear has uploaded another video. You'll get notified so you won't miss anything. And then if you have any questions, comments, anything like that, don't forget to leave them at the bottom. G-Bear signing off.